Right now, somewhere in the world, a hacker is sitting at a computer, but they are not typing. They are not searching for weaknesses by hand. They are letting an artificial intelligence do the work for them. And yesterday, Google confirmed it has already happened. For the first time in human history, a real cyber attack was carried out using AI. Not in a movie, not in a test lab, in a real company, against real people. And the target was something you use every single day. Two-factor authentication, the little code your bank sends you when you log in, the text message from your email service when you sign in from a new device. That layer of security that every expert told you to turn on. The AI found a way to bypass it. Google calls this moment the official beginning of a new era. And by the end of this video, you are going to understand exactly why everyone, not just techies, should be paying attention. Let me back up and tell you what happened. Google has a team called the Threat Intelligence Group. Their job is to find hackers before hackers find us. They watch the internet around the clock. They look for patterns, suspicious activity, strange behavior. And on Monday, May 11th, 2026, they published a report. A report that changes everything. In that report, they explained what they had just caught. A criminal group somewhere in the world had been planning what Google called a mass exploitation event. Translation: they were getting ready to break into thousands of accounts at once, possibly millions. And the way they were doing it was new. They were using an artificial intelligence model, not to send phishing emails, not to write fake messages, to actually find a weakness in software that nobody knew existed. A zero-day vulnerability. That phrase sounds technical, so let me explain it simply. A zero-day vulnerability is a hole in a piece of software. A hole that nobody has discovered yet. Not the people who built the software, not the security companies, not the government. Nobody. Which means there is no fix for it. And anyone who finds that hole first can walk right through it. Finding zero-day vulnerabilities used to require teams of elite hackers, people who spent years studying software code, specialists who got paid hundreds of thousands of dollars per discovery. Now an AI does it. In minutes. For free. And here is the part that should make every person watching this stop and listen. The AI did not just find the hole. It wrote the program to break in. It built the actual attack tool automatically. So one person, sitting alone at a computer, now has the power that used to belong to entire criminal organizations. That is the world we are living in starting yesterday. Now let us talk about what the hackers were specifically trying to do. Because this part is genuinely scary. They wanted to bypass two-factor authentication. Two-factor authentication is that extra step you take when you log in to important accounts. You enter your password. Then a code is sent to your phone. You enter the code. You are in. Every security expert on Earth has told you to use it. Banks require it. Email providers strongly recommend it. Some companies make it mandatory. It was supposed to be the second line of defense. If your password ever got stolen, the hacker would still need the code from your phone. And without your phone, they could not get in. The hackers used AI to figure out how to skip that step entirely. Their goal was to break into thousands of accounts at the same time. Bank accounts, email accounts, cloud storage, anything protected by two-factor authentication, which is, at this point, almost everything important. Google stopped them. just barely. Google's lead threat analyst is a man named John Hultquist. In an interview with major news outlets, he said something I want you to hear clearly. He said, quote, "The era of AI-driven vulnerability and exploitation is already here. It is here. Not coming. Not on the horizon. Here." He compared it to crossing a line that we cannot go back over. A line that changes the rules of how the internet works for everyone. So who exactly are these hackers? Google did not name them publicly, but they said two things. One, the group was likely a criminal organization, not a foreign government. Two, countries like China and North Korea have shown serious interest in this exact same technique, which means even though Google stopped this attack, others are coming. And those others may be working for governments with unlimited budgets. This is no longer a question of if, it is a question of when. And which one of us is next? Now let us talk about why this is happening right now. Because the timing is not random. About a month ago, the AI company Anthropic announced a model called Mythos. We covered this story before. Mythos found tens of thousands of holes in major software. It was so dangerous that Anthropic refused to release it publicly. They gave it only to 40 companies in the world: Apple, Google, Amazon, Microsoft, a few big banks, and said, "This is too dangerous for anyone else." Then OpenAI made a similar tool. They also restricted it. But here is what those companies could not control. Other people were building their own versions. Open source AI models, modified versions of public chatbots, tools sold quietly in underground forums. Once the world saw what was possible, copying it became inevitable. And on Monday, Google confirmed that those copies are already being used in real attacks by real criminals against real targets. Now, I want to be honest with you about something. If you only use a phone, a laptop, and basic apps, you might be thinking, "This is way over my head. I can't do anything about it." I want you to fight that thought. Because the truth is, there are real, practical things every single one of us can do today. And they take less than 10 minutes total. Number 1. Change your passwords. Most people use the same password for multiple accounts. If a hacker gets into one of your accounts, they can immediately try that same password everywhere else. Use a password manager. There are good free ones. Let it create different long random passwords for every account. You don't need to remember them. The manager handles it. Number 2, turn on two-factor authentication anyway. Yes, AI can sometimes bypass it, but sometimes is not always. Right now, most attacks still target accounts without two-factor authentication, because those are easier. Make your account the harder one. Number 3, use a hardware security key for important accounts. Hardware security keys are small devices that look like USB drives. You plug them in when you log in. They are extremely difficult for AI to bypass. They cost $20 to $50. Use them for your email and your main bank account. That alone makes you 10 times harder to attack. Number 4, update everything on your phone and computer. When you see that update notification you have been ignoring for 3 weeks, install it. Most updates patch security holes that hackers are actively trying to use. Every day you delay, you stay vulnerable. Number 5, be more suspicious than feels comfortable. If you get a strange email asking you to log in somewhere, do not click the link. Open a new tab. Go to the website directly. If someone calls claiming to be your bank, hang up and call the bank back yourself. AI is now writing convincing fake emails, fake voicemails, even fake video calls. The old advice of check for spelling mistakes no longer works. The mistakes are gone. Now you have to slow down. Verify. Ask yourself, is this really how my bank would contact me? Now, let me step back for a moment, because there is a bigger picture here that I do not want you to miss. For 30 years, computers got faster. Software got more powerful. But the rules of cybersecurity stayed mostly the same. Hackers find a hole. Companies patch the hole. Hackers find another. Companies patch again. It was always a race. But it was a race between humans. A team of attackers against a team of defenders, both moving at human speed. That race ended yesterday. The attackers now have AI working on their side around the clock, with no breaks, no salary, no human limits. Companies that defend us, Google, Microsoft, Apple, also have AI. But here is the uncomfortable truth. Attackers only need to win once. Defenders have to win every single time. That is the asymmetry. And AI just made the attackers infinitely faster. So what does the future look like? Honestly, uncertain. Some experts believe defenders will catch up quickly. Others believe we are about to enter a period where major cyber attacks happen every week. What is certain is that the next 2 years will rewrite the rules of personal digital security. Companies will redesign two-factor authentication. New types of security will appear. Governments will get involved. They already are. The Trump administration just announced new agreements with Google, Microsoft, and xAI to test AI models before they are released to the public. The world is waking up, but you cannot wait for governments and companies to protect you. You have to take basic steps now. Strong, unique passwords. Hardware security keys for what matters most. Slow down before you click. 5 steps. 10 minutes. That alone puts you ahead of 90% of people. This story is not the last one I will cover on this topic. It is the first. Because what Google revealed yesterday is not an ending. It is a beginning. The beginning of a new era where AI is not just helping us write emails and create art. It is helping criminals attack us at a speed we have never had to defend against before. Drop a comment below. Have you ever had an account hacked? Or do you think the threat is being exaggerated? I want to hear what you actually think, not what tech media is telling you to think. And subscribe to Synth Ops. Because every week, something new comes out of this AI world that affects your life directly. And every week, we will break it down for you in plain English, so you understand it, so you can talk about it, so you can do something about it. This was the first confirmed case. The next one is coming. Make sure you are ready.